In the heart of Leeds, mighty rhinos, hear our call. Through trials and triumphs, we stand tall. In this podcast journey, we find our way. Together, united, brighter days that stay.
Welcome back to a Mighty Rhinos podcast.
Sorry, it's a bit of a late one. But yeah, obviously with the Vegas game, not till Sunday midnight. Thought I'd do mine now. We York. Wanted to just mention the lineup that we had for the York game. So Lachie Miller, Mako Sivo, Harry Newman, Chris Hankinson, Ryan Hall, Brodie Croft, Jake Connor, Tom Allroyd, Danny Levi, Cooper Jenkins, Callum Watkins, the captain, James McDonnell, Cameron Smith, and we had Jared O'Connor, Keenan Palacia, Ethan O'Neill, Jeremiah Matautia, and George Brown was the 18th man. The tries came from McDonald, Sivo got 2, Hall got 2, Hankinson, Croft and Newman. And Connor got 7 goals out of the possible 8. So 46 points to 14 it ended, which was a very good result for us, considering, that the poor game the week before with Lee. So it was nice for us to get back on the board, especially with Vegas coming up this weekend. It was very important for us to get not just a result but a performance, and very much so. We shot off from get go, and we did really well. I think we're 22 points to something, I can't remember. Well, I know we had 22 points at the break, so we started off really well, and we kept it going. Do you know what I mean? We kept it going towards the end. It were amazing to see Sivo getting 2 tries. It were great for him to get some game time, as I've said previous. Didn't expect him to get over the line, to be honest. But he put his head down, and full credit to him. Ryan Hall as well. He needs a mention because he keeps them tries ticking over. With nobody, well, maybe not everybody, but us Rhinos fans certainly don't want Josh Charnley taking his plateau off him. He's scoring. He's the most try scorer, highest scorer, in Super League. So let's hope that continues. But for 38 years of age, that's it's a brilliant achievement, and the fact he's still going, he's just unreal. He's, for a winger to still play at 38-year-old, is a true legend and a true testament to the character. I don't know anybody in any position really that can go till 38. I know Jamie Peacock went quite long. I know Menzies, who used to play for Catalans, I know he went quite long. He used to have a scrum cap on. He went quite far. Jamie Jones went quite far, but I don't think 38 is quite a big age to still be playing rugby. But full credit to him. I'd love to see him go to his 40s. That would be a massive achievement that for rugby league. But we'll just kind of see how it goes. But yeah, for him to score 2 tries at 38-year-old, interception as well, which was a great try. Showed us class where we needed to. We definitely had that performance of a Rhinos performance that we've been missing. And it was a good game. It was a very good game. I wasn't very concerned in areas, to be honest. I mean, when they went 6 apiece, I were kind of hoping are they gonna kind of switch it on like they did with Rovers game, but they didn't really. I feel like we were too strong for them. I think they just got Rovers on a bad day. We know Rovers had the World Cup challenge the week after, which they'll have had eyes on that. To be fair, so which is understandable. So, with that said, just want to congratulate Carlos and his troops over at Rovers. Tremendous achievement. 4 trophies is brilliant. Something Rhinos have never done. Not all together anyway. So, anyone can say what they want to say. They can say Rovers have just had one season, whatever. Say what you want to say, but you've got to commend what the coach has done, what Willie Peters has done for the side. What they've achieved. It's just unreal. Just unreal. And the final were unreal as well. I thought that were a really good performance from Rovers in first half especially, and then Brisbane were close to coming back, but I feel like they did enough to warrant that win, if I'm being honest. So yeah, just great to see. Great for advert for Super League. Now that I do believe that's now 2 years on the trot. I don't know if it's 4 years, 3 years, depending on how you want to say it with years, but because obviously World Cup Challenge is after the year after it at the grand final. So, Wigan did the 4, and then, Rovers took all 4 back. So, to say Rovers have been in grand final 2 years on trot now with Wigan, and they lost the first one. It's full credit to Willie Peters that that you can go to a grand final, you can learn from your mistakes, you can go and make it right, and that's what they did. So full credit to them. I couldn't be more over the moon for them. I've said it numerous times. I think the fact that it's not a Wigan, it's not a Saints, it's not even a Leeds, it's someone different. And if all KR Rovers go and dominate for 5 years, I'm on board with that. I'm totally on board with that. They've got quality centres, quality wingers. They've got a good half-pack partnership with me and Mikey Lewis. They've got a great formation going. Jez Litton's world class. I just think, I think it's a full credit. It's just harder now because other teams all want to take them. So this is where it becomes a challenge. When you're on top, the only way to go is down, and that's how you got to do it. If you want to compete and you want to be up there, that's where you've got to be able to win the games and retain the trophies. So in a way, as much as an unbelievable season they've had for 4 trophies, it's now up to them to keep them, which is probably just as hard as it is to get it for the first time. Do you know what I mean? Retaining them is just as difficult. So they've got to kind of do it all again just to retain them. So as much as it's not, for the first winning it for the first time, it's if you win, you've got to keep them to have it all again. So it's going to be entertaining. 14 new teams in, so it's even a longer season. So we'll kind of just see what happens. But yeah, we had reason why I'm mentioning this, by the way, is because it is related to the other podcast is related to this, especially this weekend. So this weekend, as you saw, we had a live last night for Two Yorks for a Saint Rugby League podcast. We had a first live last night, and we are doing this weekend, or so I say Tuesday. We're going to record Tuesday night. We're going to do a clash of the pods, which is Two Yorks for a Saint Rugby League podcast and the Mighty Rhinos podcast. Mighty Rhinos podcast clash in a 2-pod special episode. So there's going to be a lot of different backdrops put in. Vegas at background, and then it's going to change back to Two Yorkshire. So just thought it was a good chance to kind of do like a spin-off, a collab in the sense I obviously are in both, so it just keeps it a little bit more entertaining, and obviously it brings the other two lads in there as well. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So what we're going to do is Carlos is going to Vegas. He's just been at the MKM to watch his team, the Mighty Rovers, beat Brisbane Broncos, and then now he's jetting off to Vegas. So the guy's obviously got more money than sin. Um, he'll be coming back. He'll be living in a cardboard box, I'm sure. But we all do it. You've got to ride these highs. We never know when these things are going to end. So you kind of just got to do it. And looking back 5-10 years later, you'll be looking back and going, "I wish I did it. I'm glad I did it." Sorry, which is all part of it. But yeah, can't commend the guy enough for his sportsmanship and his true dedication to his side. That's very much so a very proud moment for him, and a proud moment for Super League history. And yeah, Vegas is going to be special. It's going to be probably hard enough to keep awake more than anything, because it's kicks at midnight on Sunday midnight. So technically, I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday. I'm not too sure how it kind of works, but I'm going to be tired, that's for sure. But we all know we have to watch that live. We can't not. But yeah, that's going to be special. So basically, what's happening is Carlos is doing a Vegas blog or vlog, as you would say, and I've called it Carl in Vegas, or Viva Las Carl, which depending on which I decide to go off. But Carl's doing some interviews with some Rhinos players. He's doing interviews with his Rovers fans, neutral fans, whoever kind of goes over there. And then he's going to send me it back, and I'm going to do like a little video to put together and upload for you guys to see. Kind of get into the mind of other teams. The journey, the trip itself. It'll be quite interesting to watch, and kind of just for a rugby league sort of point of view, it'd be entertaining to watch for sure. So that's happening. He'll be back Monday night, I think. So we won't be recording until the Tuesday. We want to give him plenty of time to get some kip and get sorted before we do that. And then we'll be recording Tuesday night. So basically what's going to happen is the recording for the episode is going to be over two pods. So Mighty Rhinos podcast will get the exact same version that will be posted on my YouTube channel, and Two Yorkshire Saint will get it posted on their channel. So the exact same episodes, because it's a clash episode. So I think it's only right that we both get the same one. And that's it, really. Just kind of excited now to see what weekend brings. We kind of put that York game to bed, so we've got a bit of momentum going. Obviously, Rovers will still be on that high of the Brisbane Broncos game. I hope they're on a high, too much of a high, so they might still be a bit hungover. Who knows? But we'll just see. It's going to be a good game, spectacle for sure. It's probably going to be a close game, regardless of who wins. I don't see it being a high-scoring game, and it's going to be a great advertise for rugby league. If anything, it's probably just going to put radar on Rhinos again, and Perth Bears. And Mal Meninga are probably just going to pinpoint and go, right, he looks pretty good, I'll have him as well. But yeah, it's obviously me just being a bit sour there, obviously. But jokes aside, it's a great advertisement for Super League. It's great for Rhinos, as much as we are known, just as Rovers are known, just as St Helens, Warrington, Wigan. We're all known, obviously, over there, but it's nice to kind of play on them big stages and have other fans from other countries watching you, because it's one of those events, isn't it? It's one of those events where you might get some Aussies in NRL watching some Rhinos games or Super League games, but it's not really a guarantee where that this particular weekend coming, it is more or less a guarantee. You will have Aussie fans in the crowd. You will have people watching all the games, almost like a Magic Weekend in a sense. So for Aussies and Kiwis, it'll be like watching a Magic Weekend. So it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Only thing I'd like to say is that I would like more Super League teams over there. I would like it not to be more than just the 2 games for us. I would rather us both have 2 games apiece. So they've taken 4 teams over there and we've taken 2. So it would be nice to have 2 games, 2 Super League teams over there. Even I've stressed this before, even the lower teams, give a Cass and Wakefield a chance. Let Cass and Wakefield go over there. It'll do them world of good. It'd give them so much publicity. It'd give more eyes on them. It probably might bring over investors for teams, etc. It's one of those. It's we're in a business, a Super League, Rugby League. We're in a business where we don't make millions. The sport's not as huge as NFL. Is even rugby union. It's not as high profile. It's not as you have rugby players that leave Super League to play rugby union because it's more money. So that says everything. I don't see it as entertaining at all, but people go for money. And they probably get paid in peanuts in Super League, to be honest, unless you're in NRL, and that's where then obviously silly money comes in. But yeah, stuff like that would be interesting, to give lower teams a chance as well. It ain't always just about having these high profile teams, right? Wigan and Warrington were last year, Leeds and Rovers this year. Who's it next year? Saints and Hull or someone like that. It's all well and good, but share it out a bit. Share it out a bit. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting if they did that. Or even that said, why can't we make his own? Why can't we make his own? Because I only learnt this, I think it was last night from Carlos, that they made that NRL made that competition or that event. So technically it's in America, so it's not Australia. So why can't we go and make one? Why can't we go make an event like that? Why can't we go? I don't know. Take one to Spain or something, or take one to, I don't know, Brazil or something. Why can't we just go out? We're going to do a few games over there, and there's no stopping us. No stopping us. But yeah, it's going to be a good, exciting week or so, a couple of weeks. So like I say, we did us live last night for the first time. I probably feel like I messed up a little bit because my audio's not playing up. It's crap basically. I mean, just to get this sorted, what I'm having to do now is record it on my phone before uploading it and doing it that way because I can't deal with these cracklings that have been happening. So I do apologise for you guys. That's been happening for the last few weeks now that I've unaware at the time that it were happening. It wasn't until I started editing stuff that I realised it were doing that. But by that point, we've already done the episode and I can't cut the episode, because of me. So hopefully I can sort that out. That'll be something I need to sort out and get that right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will speak to you all. I have my guest on tonight, or whenever I get this to upload this. My sponsor, Imagine Not Being Leeds, will be joining me tonight on here. So I will post this when everything's all sorted. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But apart from that, guys, thank you very much for your support as usual. Racking up these followings on TikTok, which is great. Remember, get us to 500, and then we're going to start doing some Rhinos merchandising and as a giveaway. So fingers crossed that can happen quite quickly so I can get this sorted. But yeah, apart from that, cheers guys. Appreciate it as always. Take care.